Rahul here, Punch Out Boxing. I'm delighted to be here with the beast, Joel Bartell, in his bedroom. And that is a pure boxing man's bedroom through and through. You got
Yeah,
memorabilia surrounding us. You go to sleep thinking of boxing. I guess you wake up thinking of boxing.
that's exactly it. Yeah.
Joel, you're looking remarkably well for someone that just it's pretty much exactly a week ago. You treated us to one of the probably fight of the year candidates at the O2. Um, so now the dust has settled. Yeah, can you talk us through the night? Like I said, hell of a fight. Um, my colleague Dave, he's already spoke to Jordan, who's quite bullish, thinks he dominated the fight. The view at ringside was a little bit different, but yeah. What about yourself? How'd you see it?
You know, it was a great night. Very different. Obviously, first time boxing outside of York Hall because I've had all my fights at York Hall so far. So it was a different night. It was really good. I enjoyed the whole thing. I had loads of fans there. It was a brilliant night. Um, I thought I boxed really well. I've rewatched the fight a couple times, and the same as on the night. I still think I won the fight. Close, close at times. Round I got cut. Sort of lost my shape a bit. Last round was close, but other than that, boxed well, countered well, big backhands, good 1-2s, moving my feet. So I thought it was a great fight, and it was a great learning fight as well because I've had it so early on for me. A good 10 round fight. And now I can do 10 rounds easy. And I can do a 10 hard rounds easy as well. So yeah, looking forward to the future. Gonna get back in there, uh, build up the rankings a bit again, and then get into more fights like that. More 10 round, great, entertaining fights. So hopefully, by at least by the end of the year, I'll be in more fights like that. Titles on the line. Because obviously that was a Commonwealth title eliminator. But get my few fights, get my ranking up a bit more. Deserve an English shot. I deserve a Southern area shot. Once I've got myself in the position for them. So and I look forward to that at the end of the year.
Yeah, and so you should, as you said, so early on in your career, you answered three things that every fighter has to if they're going to get to the next level. There's the chin test, the heart test, the endurance test. As you said, you answered all with flying colours, especially at the pace that fight was set at right from the off. Both of you guys went straight for it. Was there some element of you that because of the big occasion, you were in a bit of a hurry to try and make a statement?
Uh, yeah, I think because like you said, it's such a big event, and my first time on a bigger event. As soon as I landed a good shot, I thought, "Fucking hell, let's give it some." Whereas I should have stayed a bit more relaxed and looked for more shots like that. But still landed the good shots, as I said, and I still think that I landed the better, more shots. So is what it is.
Yeah, of course, Mark wasn't in your corner because we had that unfortunate situation of two shows going on, and three of your stable mates were over at the Copper Box. What was Jimmy saying in the corner? Was he trying to calm you down and say a bit more patience? You are landing.
Uh, so it was really what was it in the corner? It was so obviously at first we're dealing with the little cut that I got in the second round. So it was just start off with dealing with the cut, and then yeah, realistically, it was just keeping it a bit more straight. Don't get into any. unneeded unneeded don't get too close, unneeded trading, you know what I mean?
Mhm. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's fair to say one thing that you can only get from experience is like I guess that tactical side of it. Is that one aspect that you and the coaching team have discussed that in future with these guys who are quite accomplished, knowing how to sort of manage the rounds, like I said, assess better like whether to go all in or just sort of keep winning the rounds.
Yeah, yeah, no, that's something we spoke about is obviously now that's given me the experience to know now, like uh when to box more and when to take your opportunities and take them a little bit more effectively. Like say like in the fight, so I landed a good few slip backhands and I had him hurt a little bit. Use them a bit more effectively, and then at other times just box a bit more.
Mhm. At any point, was you hurt? Obviously, it's a jump up in level, so I guess you won't know what it's like until you fight someone of that caliber. But I noticed right from the off when you did get caught, you just nodded back to him. Um, how much of a difference did you find in his punching power?
Well, like it's not obviously it's not something to be like I got a great chin like but nah, not really. Like I've sparred so many people, so many big punchers, um, and you, you don't get used to it, but you try like not to even think about it. So like they might have been big shots, but like I was too concentrated on doing the job that I had at hand, so I didn't think about it.
Hmm. See, one thing that did look quite evident in there is the size. He looked quite a bit bigger. Again, in terms of like the strength factor, how did it feel like sort of up close? Again, when you're hitting him, did you feel like it's a like a bigger person that you're hitting? And is super welterweight still probably a better option for you at this point?
No, I don't think super welterweight is a better option for me, and I'm a good middleweight. I'm a strong middleweight because, as you said, how did it feel on the inside? I'm a strong middleweight. Like I'm stronger than these men that look bigger than me, and I've got massive legs that you don't see under the shorts, and I've got a really slim waist. So like where all these men look big up top,
Hmm.
and I've got smaller legs. I've got bigger legs and a smaller waist, so I evidently look smaller. I probably am a little bit smaller, but as you said, I'm young. I'm 22 years old now. I've still got at least 3, 4 years of figuring out into a bigger middleweight. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, should be remembered. Jordan is what he's 28, so a fully mature man now. So okay, that's interesting. Um, what was your corner's advice like as you sort of entered those last couple of rounds? Were they telling you it's pretty close and that you need to try and put a statement on in the last few rounds?
No, no, like Jimmy always keeps it, keeps it to boxing because like if you go out there and you try and cause a big fucking statement or something, you might get yourself caught or you might get a bit sloppy. Whereas like to keep to your boxing and as I said, when there's an opportunity, you take it and you take it effectively. So it wasn't really like changing too much, but just a bit more of a push. You got to really box now
Hmm.
and uh and take the opportunities when they're there.
Yeah. So, I mean, other the fight aside, how did you find the whole event? I mean, for all of you guys, great opportunity getting screened on, Fight Zone and TalkSport. Uh, got quite a lot of exposure. Did you feel more nerves? Was it more excitement? How did you take that whole? whole thing in?
Yeah, no, it was a really, really great show. It was good to box somewhere different and give my fans somewhere different to come to because they've like from the start of my pro fights, the same, not the same, but like I've had the same good groups coming to all of my fights, and it's good to take them somewhere different, and hopefully again take them somewhere different soon. But it was a great show. Like I said, there was loads of great fights on, title fights, good 50-50 fights. It just made for a overall really great show, and and to I'm always nervous about all my fights, always nervous. But yeah, I did feel more excited about this one. I was yeah, a lot more excited. Uh as I said, it was something I hadn't done before. But at the same time, more excitement means I was a bit more nervous as well. But I didn't really feel that like nervousness until I was fully got all my gear on and I was starting to get ready. Like the whole day leading up to it, I was just excited for the day, and then getting ready, I started getting my nerves. But like if I don't get nervous, then I'm not going to fight well. So
Yeah. Tell you what, it did look like you enjoyed everything right from when the first bell went.
yeah, no, I did enjoy the fight, to be honest with you. Um, I mean, you don't always want to be in like scraps like that, but I do enjoy it, and obviously looking back now, I think I move my feet a bit more, box a little bit more, but I'd still engage, and yeah, I'll always enjoy a fight at the end of the day. Uh, I mean, I didn't get into boxing with any plans. I just knew that I liked, physical sports, and then carried on from there.
Mhm. It helps it being in this sport if you like a fight. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, what obviously it was a physically really demanding fight. So I guess you do need a like a good thorough rest. Can't go straight back in too quickly.
Yeah.
What's the team discussed? Like how long a rest do you think they need? And then after having obviously a championship level fight, you don't want to go back to sort of low level fights. But do you think
Yeah.
you might need like a maybe just one tune up against a journeyman before going back in sort of serious title fights contention?
So I've already had a chat with Mark. So this week I've had off, but I've still done bits, like just little bits here and there. I'm having next week off. I'll go on holiday for a week, have a little chill out. But I'm also gonna do a little bit of running in the sun, have a little bit, just keep myself ticking a little bit.
Mhm.
And then I'm gonna when I'm back from next week, I'll start ramping up a little bit, and we'll be getting into proper training then. Hopefully looking at sort of mid-October. Um, and and I don't want to go like I've never wanted to fight journeyman as per se. Like every fight I've tried to get a proper opponent, and like the fights where I have fought journeyman, I've fought good journeyman, but also I've got them on like 2 days' notice. Because like all the way up until then, we've had other opponents we're trying to get. So I don't want a journeyman. Uh, I wouldn't say that we're gonna have a 50-50 fight. We're not gonna have like a like you said, we're not gonna have like another English title fight. You know what I mean? But a good opponent, winning record, is a good boxer, and will make me box well, and also is highly ranked, so it puts me up in the rankings again, because it's all about you know boxing good people, so you get better, and having a good ranking, because you can't get any of these shots that you want to have if you're ranked 100 out of 120. You know what I mean? So I've got to find a good opponent that can box, that's got a winning record, because I want a winning record on there, and is decently ranked. So no, it won't be a journeyman. It'll be another good fight as always.
Mhm. Well, fascinating, because obviously the middleweight division's getting really interesting in the UK. At your fight, the Southern Area champ, Paul Gordon, he was in attendance. I know he's probably looking towards the British. I guess next week, Brad Paul's, he's the
Yeah,
English. He'll probably vacate at some point, since he's going for the British title now, depending on how that goes. So that could become vacant. I know Matchroom's top prospect, George Liddard, he's saying he wants the Southern Area title.
yeah.
Thinking a fight between you two, what a fight that'd be.
Be
I think
proper. Yeah,
it'd be worth more than the Southern Area, but
yeah,
if you both won it, there's young, hard-hitting
exactly
guys out there. So you are really in the picture for some great fights.
exactly that. The middleweight scene in Britain, specifically Britain right now, is proper. Like there's good older, like the older side, like sort of third. They're not old, but you know what I mean. The older side of their division, 30, 32, they're all seasoned, good fighters. And now, like you said, we've got the younger lot. We got Paul, we got me, George, Jimmy. We got loads of strong middleweights coming through. So, I think in the future there's going to be a lot of exciting fights to watch.
Yeah, indeed. Mouth-watering. And of course, Fight Zone, in conjunction with TM14, they're talking about having a whole load of international events. I know John's telling me they got a big show coming up in Texas. I don't know if they've sounded you out about that, or if you'd be available for it, but apparently it'd be a whole load of Brits against Roy Jones's Americans, but they're all like Mexican Americans, because they're all from
Yeah,
Texas. That'd be what a show that'd be.
you know how I box.
Yeah.
That's it.
Uh, so yeah, I'll be keeping my eye out if you're on that.
Yeah.
Again, mouth watering. But if you can't make that one, I know later in the year there's Thailand, I think Cayman Islands. So
Yeah, that's it. They're putting on a lot of good shows, and um so they're not, I wouldn't say it's small hall anymore, but like they're making bigger, better opportunities available for the small hall fighters. Not that I think we should be called small hall fighters, because you know, as you said, we're just as good as the other fighters, and if not better than most of them. So it's just about opportunities, and the other fighters get more opportunities. But with them putting on shows like this, it gives us more opportunities to get ourselves out there now.
yeah, yes, indeed, absolutely that. And I think John coined the term. There is now a new category, mid hall. I think you guys are definitely that. All right, well, what a night you gave us. Yeah, let's hope rest up, and can't wait to see you in the next one. And yeah, just finally, would you at some point like to try and avenge that fight against Jordan if the opportunity came up?
Obviously, yeah, definitely I would. But as you said, right now, there's not like there wouldn't be anything in it for Jordan,
Mhm.
and that's why I'm gonna go back, gonna win myself some titles, and maybe we meet down the line.
Yeah, tell you what, everyone who was there last Saturday would love to see that one again. But yeah, as you said, let's see what the next step holds. All right, Joel, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Kudos to speaking to us. Some fighters, when they lose, they want to sulk about it for a year and not and hide. So
No, it was a good fight. It was a good fight, and back to building back up to get some more titles now.
yes, indeed, can't wait to see the next move. Joel, thanks for your time, and we will speak again soon.
Thank you, mate. Yeah, take care, and I'll speak to you soon.